Good evening, and welcome friends and family of the class of 2014. I look out right now, and I see so much more than just caps and gowns. I see loving friends, beautiful memories, and an incredibly bright future. I just don't want to forget this moment. So before I get started, let me take a selfie. Thank you. All right, now down to business. When I began writing this speech, I was overwhelmed by the fact that this was going to be my last chance to make an impression on this class. What can I do, I thought, to make this speech memorable? How can I make it truly great? And that's when it hit me. Greatness. First off, greatness is defined as unusual or superior excellence. And society judges greatness by the number of pages you take up in the history books. At Georgetown High, there is absolutely nothing unusual about greatness. Here, greatness is defined as your ability to stay true to yourself and make the most out of doing what you love. We've all had defining moments of greatness here at Georgetown. To some, it happened the first week of school when things quite literally clicked together as cadets in NJROTC complete their first ever right face. Or it's at the end of a grueling day when the drumline kicks it up one last time to bring you home, the sweat is pouring down your face, stinging your eyes, but still you manage to hit the right combination of keys, and the sound coming from your instrument actually passes for music. Still to others, greatness is discovered on the court, on the field, or around the track, as your desperate attempt to come up with the ball or go around a defender somehow manages to work out, and it's just you and open space ahead. Whatever it may be, in the classroom, on the field, starting the slow clap in the cafeteria freshman year, every student sitting here tonight has had a taste of greatness at Georgetown High School, and for that, I am eternally grateful. And thank you to the teachers for teaching us much more than what lies beyond the covers of a textbook. When you sit in the classroom here at GHS, the teachers take over, and it is their turn to be great. Their turn to do what they love. I used to think they could do so much more with the knowledge they had, but now I see that teaching is what truly makes them great. No matter what you do, wherever you go, you will never have a greater impact on the people around you than when you are doing what you love. And this brings me to my next point. Students, at all costs, do what you love and never settle for less than that. You deserve to look back on your life and say, I was the best me I could be. Everyone looks at this class and they tip their hats off to the future doctors and lawyers. But I look out right now and I tip my hat to the future teachers, the future ministers, the future volunteer coordinators, military personnel, electricians, welders, and service workers. You become a world changer not by making headlines in Forbes magazine, but by proving that happiness does not come with a dollar amount. Happiness comes from loving who you are and proudly displaying that in everything you do. The late Maya Angelou, I think, puts it best here. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Remember that, and you will not only become a better person, you will not only learn to love yourself, you will begin to make this world great.
That's all right.
It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. Athletes, you probably have this quote up somewhere on your wall or as the background on your phone because it is probably the cheesiest, most banal phrase used in all of sports. And I'm typically not one for cliches, but I can't find a time more appropriate than now that this phrase makes sense. We've just spent the past year of our life going through the college and work application process. We've sent in applications to see them get seemingly chewed up and spit back out right before us simply because we don't have the GPA or we didn't have the marketable skills employers were looking for. To some, this past year was one of the first times we've actually truly experienced failure in our life. So, how do we respond? How do we get back up after being knocked down? We believe. The greatest limiting factor you'll ever face in striving to achieve your goals is your inability to believe in yourself. Wherever you go, whatever you do, there will be 100 people along the way telling you no, putting you down, and convincing you you're not good enough. But if you, just you, stand up and say yes, who can stop you? Only you know your limits. Only you truly know what you have the capacity to do. Don't ever, ever settle for less than what you believe you're worth just because you failed the first time. If you're sitting here tonight unsatisfied with how you spent your time here at Georgetown, just know your 4 years here don't define your success for the future. For those of you going to college, your high school GPA doesn't follow you after tonight. For those of you entering the workforce, your GPA has now become your diploma, and the possibilities are truly endless where you can go with that. There are hundreds of different routes you can take to achieve your goals. And if you guys can't find a road to suit you, pave one. There's a great big world outside of Georgetown High School. Don't be intimidated by what society is going to throw at you in these next couple of months. Society doesn't trust us. Society calls our generation lazy and apathetic. Society is telling us no, and guys, it's time to answer back. It's time to say yes. Thank you, Georgetown High School, for teaching us that greatness is achieved not by making $1 million or by ending world hunger, but by following our passions and doing what we love. Thank you, Mom and Dad. First, for teaching me to slow down when I speak in public. But mostly, for allowing me to be the person I am, and not the person you want me to be. For letting me fall, but being right there to pick me back up. For keeping me humble when my head gets a little too big. As my dad would fittingly say it, you the best. And thank you, lastly, class of 2014, for challenging me every day to bring my best foot forward into the classroom, for making me smile when the days got rough, for loving me for who I am, even when I was a little punk 9th grader who should have been put in his place more than he was. Thanks, Ben. All in all, thank you for making high school one heck of a ride. I want to leave you with one last quote. Joseph Campbell once said, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." Well, guys, we're at the mouth of the cave now. High school is over. GHS has nothing more to do for us. Don't look back, guys. It is time to move on. At all costs, keep moving forward. Never stop doing what you love. And always remember to say yes, even when the cave is shouting no. Just keep one foot in front of the other, and greatness can never be too far ahead. Thank you.